Youth Rugby and our board. We've been together for 2 years, putting it together. What's exciting about it is we now have youth under one umbrella. So all the leagues are together, and we can really pool our resources and really make events like this happen. And I can't thank you enough for attending. We didn't know if there was going to be 5 people here or what. So we're planning on, hopefully we'll get to 200. There was 194 of you that came through the door. So thank you to all of you. So at this point, how many military people in the audience? Veterans, stand up. Where you at? There you are, bud. Thanks. By the way, if you're looking for an organization to sponsor you, get a hold of your VFW. They love rugby. They love rugby. Don't they, bud? They do. Okay? Okay, let's have a little bit of fun. Who drove the farthest? If you came from a state that does not, if you came from a state that's not Wisconsin, stand up. How many people came from out of state? I know you came from Connecticut. You're not coming from Wisconsin, stand up. All right, wait a minute now. For all you standing, if you came from a state that does not border Wisconsin, stay standing. Holy cow. Where'd you guys come from?
Indiana.
Indiana, Ohio, Connecticut. Woo! Denmark. And we have our California contingent and Arizona contingent up here. Guy 80 Major League Rugby, California. And again, if you haven't met Brett Thompson, our Olympian World Cup. How many went to Chicago and watched us play the All Blacks? Did you watch Brett play? Brett Thompson is Dan Spencer. He's got enough Irish stories for you, so we'll save that for later. Thank you all for attending. So, you guys have never went snowmobiling in Wisconsin bar hopping, right, guys? You wanted to go. So how many people got snowmobile out back to the big guy bar hopping?
I volunteer. I'm excited tomorrow, although I hope after combine.
It's on a lake, so it's safe as hell. Don't worry about it. They go like 100 and some. You'll love it. But there's a bar every 20 feet, so you really don't get too far in Wisconsin with it. All right. So at this time, I need everybody to stand up. Everybody up. Up, up, up. All right, all Wisconsin. We want to welcome everybody that's not from Wisconsin with a little bit of tradition that we have from the Madison area. Hit it to me. Elected for you, okay? We don't have elections for our board of directors. Everyone in the league brings forth somebody to be on the board of directors. They can switch them in and out, leagues decide, whatever. So with that, it's kind of a unique way of doing it. So with that, I'm on the board. I represent the boys' high school. And where's Betsy? Betsy Wendelberger represents the girls' high school. Head coach. And who are you coaching for? Nightmares. Thank you. And then we have middle school. Each has a representative. Boys middle school, Matt, Skinny. He's also our treasurer. Girls middle school, where's that? Is that fire over there? So we're taking pictures together. If anybody's got a picture of them without a hat, yeah, good luck. I bet there isn't one in existence. Tag rugby, Dan Zero. He's also a social media chair. Representing the union, we're one community, right? Youth Rugby is a feeder system to clubs and to collegiates and to the academy. That's our whole purpose in life. We want to play rugby. We want people to play rugby. We're a feeder system, so we thought for the boys, for the union itself, we want a representative on the board so we can feed the system. So Todd Prochniak, where's Prochniak? By the way, Todd's building this. He got all the speakers. Every single speaker was getting a call. And then representing the Referee Society is son Alec Prochniak over there. Your executive committee, myself as president, Moose, vice president, Wisconsin Youth Rugby. And our secretary, Tiffany Hausinger. She's the one that worked on the sponsorship and the programs and did all the work and then just kind of stayed on us to make sure we got it done. So, there you go. So again, if you haven't been to the speakers, you should have learned a couple key things. Offense, defensive strategies. One of the biggest things that we're very proud of is working with Major League Rugby and Guy and developing the PE standards for Wisconsin so that you can walk into your PEs and say, here's a curriculum that you have for your standards, and here's the rugby drill to do it in, and all you got to do is that QR code, and you can see what it is. It's just offshoot of rookie rugby, right, Guy? But now we can get into schools. And by the way, Wisconsin Youth Rugby, with the help of Major League Rugby, will pay for all the balls, all the gear, you name it, we got you covered. Our whole goal in Wisconsin Youth Rugby is a couple things. Use the money to grow the sport. We don't get sponsorships, we don't give it to individuals, we don't give it to clubs, leagues are responsible for that. We take the money to grow rugby. That's it. It's events like this to educate you guys. So that's our whole purpose in life. So in our bylaws, we have 3 bylaws for committees. That's it. We have the finance committee, the executive committee, and 1 other committee in our bylaws, and that's the developmental committee. Okay, so we put the developmental committee, I voted yes because I thought it was going to be, I don't know, 30 of us on a Saturday afternoon playing touch rugby. And it turned into this. All right, so this is what we have to do every year within our bylaws, is some kind of educational seminar. What's the full summit, which is what it turned out to be. So here's how it started. Moose and Caveman got together and said, oh, we'll take that bylaw and we're going to put together a summit. Well, the rest of us are like, well, have fun with that. That sounds like a lot of work. We're just going to sit over here and you guys have fun with it. So they called up Todd. Todd calls all these speakers. He goes, I got all these great speakers. I got Karen, I got Salty, I got Guy. He's got all these great speakers. And I said, great. What are they going to talk about? Whatever you want them to. I said, you missed a little detail there, dude. He goes, I got your speakers. You figure out what they're going to talk about. They can talk about anything. So he comes up with a list of the individuals. And I think he came up with an excellent list. This time I want to recognize our speakers and where they came from. So if the speakers would actually come up here, please. We have a little gift for you. So is Karen, I haven't seen Karen Von Donahue from Rutgers Edge. Is she in here? All right. Salty Thompson, USA Rugby Hall of Famer, President, Eagle Impact Academy. Come on down front, please. John Stack Linderskill, head coach, University of Minnesota. Right? He took off to go to the Packer game. Joe Lippert, Iowa Central. Alex Goff, Golf Report. Where you at, Alex? All right. Just going to go back to the Badgers that are doing wrestling. She's doing marketing branding. So Jess Berger from the UW Badgers, Director of Branding. Eddie Abel, Head Coach, Indiana University, U19, Midwest Thunder. Joey Rasmus, where's Joey? There he is, man. I haven't even talked to you this whole weekend. You've been like hiding. So, Coach, U of I, and Silverback Elite, thank you so much for coming up. The guy put on the spot twice today because unfortunately Rosalind got sick. Nick Tyson, Wisconsin Rugby Club head coach. Ben Blanc, Fond du Lac Rugby Academy. Where's Ben at? Coleman? Yeah, okay. Corey Munson, Ryle Grant, Ohio. Look at the stage, look what you got out of that. Jake Winkler, Wisconsin Rugby.
Yeah.
2 years in a row.
Isn't this the first year?
And 2 support staff, Ben Hill, our cameraman, and film dog. Where's Ben? And the person that we see at every single game, and I don't know how he pours it, Rizzo, Badger King. So now we have all these great speakers. Which one? Fifth? You're going to the fifth hand? Yeah. So now we got all these great speakers, right? Of course, no plan what to do with them, but we have all these great speakers. And now Caveman, our committee chair, we got the vision. Moose, Caveman got together and said, we know what a summit looks like. Let's do a big summit. And we're like, okay, yeah, great. We'll do a big summit. Who's going to organize it? Me and Skinny are kind of hiding away. We're all kind of hiding away. And all of a sudden, Caveman goes, hey, I rented the hotel. I need a check for, I don't know, a couple grand. Oh, I got the convention center. I got this. And I'm like, where the hell's all this money coming from? We got like, what, 10 people signed up? And they're all speakers. He's like, I don't know. We're either going to lose a lot of money or I'm going to drink alone. I don't know. So I went to Skinny, and Skinny's like, I'm burnt out, man. I got Green Bay Youth going on. He's coaching, or he's dealing with boys high school, girls middle school, flag program. And the rest of us are just burnt out. It's getting towards the end of the year. You guys all know it. So one of the nice things about this group is, and like all your organizations, we're all volunteers when we get burnt out, so hopefully somebody can pick you up and run with it. So at this time, I'm done with boys high school, so I did my 2-month hiatus, and I said, okay, fine. I'll start organizing all this, getting it together. Tiffany's sitting there going, how low will you volunteer me? So you see how much work she did. So again, thank you very much. So with that, one of the things is getting the universities and the colleges up here. And how to get the kids. We didn't really know how many kids we get here Saturday. You know, how many kids are going to do a Saturday and Sunday? Got it? Yeah. We got a core group over here still up, right? All right. So,
Nobody cares, Greg.
I'm still waiting to say Scylla the next time we get the ball, because that seems to be lucky. And one of our premier sponsors, the ladies, thank you so much for everything you've done for us. And who's doing the combine tomorrow? Which one's doing the combine tomorrow? Wizard? All right. So I want to thank these clubs, specifically the colleges and universities that drove up here and did have a lot of kids to come see. But keep remembering this. Wisconsin Youth Rugby has all the contacts for every player in the state of Wisconsin. So if you came up here, we're willing to share that email, not your phone number. And then that is what you need to grow your programs. I don't care what state they're in, we want rugby players. So we promise that to you, plus get access to the combine. Plus, you just had an opportunity to see some damn good speakers. So thank you for all the driving up. And here's who was up here: Midwest Thunderbirds, Milwaukee Scylla Rugby Club, Wayne State, Fond du Lac Rugby Academy, Trine University, University of Wisconsin-Madison Men's Rugby Club, Life University, Castleton University, Purdue, Rutgers Edge. Do we still have Purdue? Badgers, Illinois, you guys still have Purdue here. What you guys do with them?
There was one, I saw one guy.
All right. Rutgers Edge, University of Wisconsin Point. Where's the pointers? All right. Wheeling University, University of Wisconsin Platteville. Platteville, there's no children sitting next to you guys, right? No pickles. All right. Adrian College Women's Rugby, Oshkosh Pigs, Major League Rugby, Marion University Rugby, University Health Science and Pharmacy. That is a very smart school. Aquinas College, Iowa Central, Silverbacks Elite, Madison United, Wisconsin Rugby Football Union, Eagle Impact, Wisconsin Rugby Club. It's my voice. Down over here. University of Minnesota, Rio Grande University, Palmer. Is Palmer still in the house? All right. And Drury University, University of Iowa, and Davenport University. Thanks so much for attending. We really appreciate it. Our premier sponsorship, we must thank Wisconsin Rugby Referee Society. We're a community, we need to grow our referees as much as we need to grow all the other programs. Premier Best Western gave us a heck of a deal. The new Rugby Foundation, Northeast Wisconsin. Milwaukee Silla Rugby Club, premier sponsorship. B&B Basement, Dan, or Zep, there you are. UW Badgers, Wisconsin Rugby Club, the Rugby Foundation. Is Phil here? Phil? Madison United Rugby, Wisconsin Rugby Football Unit. Okay. The big bar that gave us is 5th Ward. So everybody tonight is a brewery, 5th Ward Brewing Company. They gave us a substantial amount. That should be your first stop. They cleared out the whole area and they're waiting for us to come in there and pay the brewery. So 5th Ward tonight for the social. Oshkosh Convention and Visitors Bureau gave us $1,000 for the event. So they're amazing for us. Rutgers Edge, Bushy, 4 Import, and Major League Rugby, and Next Phase Rugby. So at this time, I'd like to start the awards program. Moose, you gonna help me out on this? All right. Okay, so we reached out to everyone in the leagues, and the leagues to nominate one of the following categories. So we started with the youth program of the year. The nominees for the Wisconsin Girls Rugby nominate Hamilton Rugby Football Club. Is Hamilton in the house? Come on up. So they started 2017 with 27 players. They're now up to 55 to maintain a 45-person roster after COVID. Step right out there. They have not a diverse community, but they're supporting 20% people of color, 20% open LBGT, and 30% students with low income. 75% of the team is leadership positions. Their accomplishments are phenomenal. You've got youth programs in tag, you've got 45th and 8th grade players, 85% of the Academy's graduates join another high school program, so you've got a great feeder system. You can recognize sport in the middle and intermediate schools in the Hamilton area, and if you go anywhere, you're going to see the tents with the Hamilton Rugby football on it. So, again, they supported the All-Stars and Badger Selects. Our hats off goes to our Hamilton Girls Rugby football. High School nominated the Milton Area Rugby Club Palm Beach Buffaloes. They've been in existence for 17 years. Before we voted, we did
That's pretty impressive.
so 4 times won championship in the last 8 years. They supported Midwest Thunderbirds as well. Sweet, jump over there. Brunzer, good job, Bruns, with your program. Wisconsin Tag nominated the Green Bay Youth Rugby program. So who's up representing Rugby Youth? Skinny. This year's award went to, well, let me explain Green Bay Youth. They competed in every league in the state. They have 172 members. They have flag, and they had a team in every one of the tournaments. The boys lost in the championship to Pulaski. The girls won the championship. Middle school girls. They have high school girls that are really taking off, and the high school boys program, the Leprechauns, won state. So it's a switch in the culture of Wisconsin for boys high school as it has to Green Bay. On top of it, you got 50% of the high school boys proceeding on. You got 4 schools in the program. You've touched everything through it. And this year, the winner was actually Green Bay Youth Rugby, as supporting about every school. Impressive. Hamilton is outstanding program. So thank you. That's all that's about. So the next one is Friends of Rugby. So we have this, right, part of the rugby family. And how many times have we sat there and said, wow, we're going to keep the socials going in high school? And the answer is dead yes. We're going to do it because it's all about rugby. And it's all about the social and getting the kids together. Well, to do that, we need parents' help, right? So at the high school levels and the other levels, your volunteers are your moms, your dads, to actually get that done, to get that accomplished. So our friends of rugby, we had nominations. Green Bay Youth Rugby nominated Jess Dietzler as Youth of the Year. We call them super moms. It's usually me and dad, but traditionally it's been a mom. So our super mom award. So is Jess here?
No, she's not.
Okay, Jess is key support of rugby in the Green Bay area. She's got 2 boys in the program. She photos all the Leprechaun matches, and she actually, all the tournaments, the younger son played in the league. She took photos about every team in Green Bay, even if it wasn't hers. Her son got hurt, had no reason to go to the games. She still went to all of them, did all the filming, did all the pictures, truly dedicated. She's part of their sponsorship of raising hundreds of dollars in equipment handouts. Jess Dietz was just doing a great job for you guys, so hats off to her. Wisconsin Tag nominated Ashley Bear. Is Ashley? Yeah, you can stand up here a little bit. Hey! So Ashley's been part of the Fox Youth Rugby board for 2 years now. You do all the organization planning, you keep them all aligned. Is that what you do?
I try.
Perfect. You designed the jersey, did all the flag clubs, venues, you recruited multiple people for the tournament. You do an excellent job of holding down the sidelines and the parents. Nice, that's a good one. Took all the pictures of the kids, as well as rugby's a full-time job. You got 4 kids of your own too, when you support this? Wow. So amazing, Ashley, thanks for your support of rugby. All right, Deb Bailey. All right. So, Wisconsin High School boys nominated Deb Bailey for the Middleton area. She's probably the best supermom you've had in 17 years, you said. She does a great job. She does scout sponsorships, the fundraising. She has, what, 4 years she's been your supermom?
And then also helped out the girls program.
She helps out the girls program, the boys program. She's had, what, 2, 3 kids go through the programs? Both on the boys and the girls side. And she's also one of our supermoms that help out in the state tournament.
And she has an awesome cotton candy machine.
Yeah, she brings out the cotton candy. So here's your quote. You know you got a good supermom when she breaks out the cotton candy machine for rugby events that her rugby son and daughters aren't even part of, just because it's rugby. So Wisconsin Middle School program nominates Tiffany Helmsinger. Now here's the criteria to this. None of these ladies play rugby, right? So, yeah, we play rugby, we love it, it gets into it. But when you got super moms that love the sport so much, and they dig in and they volunteer, that's the criteria for this award. These are friends of rugby. This is what really makes us successful. So Tiffany is actually my supermom from Oregon for 3 years. She's got 3 boys in the program. Love supermoms that feed us boys through the program as we try and recruit. She's worked at multiple levels in rugby. So she's worked at the state boys high school tournament for 3 years. She's directly responsible for getting sponsorships to where we actually made more than $200 in the last 5 years of the tournament. She went on to become Madison United's rugby's executive director down in Madison when they're building the clubhouse. She's been the UW Badger Alumni Sponsorship Chair, and she's the executive committee for Wisconsin Youth Rugby as secretary, and she's devoted countless hours on a sport that she's never played. So with that, it's tough. It was really tough voting for it, but Tiffany touched every single program from the boys high school all the way to the state, and this year, the award goes to Tiffany. So the Referee Society also put in, we said referee of the year. We need more referees. We need to recruit them. If you come to high school programs, we need referees. So this year the nominees for referee, I haven't seen Agni Sepik. Is he here?
At the game, apparently. He was here. He's at the game.
He's at the game.
Priorities.
You see Andy all the way around. He's also helping with the Boys High School League put together the bylaws. Alec Prokniak. Alec has been to my town. He's involved with this referee. You see him on a lot in the field. He mostly covers the north part of the state. And Jake Winkler from the Madison area. So, it was actually a split vote between these two gentlemen. And they both work diligently for the Referee Society. But it is the youth and the person we, so if we go to a state game, you're going to see Jake Winkler. He's one of our best refs in the state. He's phenomenal. And Jake goes around all the way around, right? And he made a bad call against Guido that Guido will never forget.
No, that wasn't him, that was Phil.
All right.
It was the right call, you're welcome.
Bottom line, when we looked at youth and we looked at the flag and the other programs for the youth side of the house, the person we see the most on the field is Alan. Yeah. So thank you both. And we promise that one of the things for next year feedback is a better program for the referees as you come here. A referee program and our referees more involved. All right, for the final one, Coach of the Year. So I haven't seen Cole Fruit. Is Cole here from Pulaski? Okay. Hang on, let me get organized here for a second. All right, Cole Koopman. So he's a head coach of, oh wow, he's coaching several levels of clubs. That actually something knows Cole as well. Cole has, in one particular, he decided instead of going to the Celtic match he went to his middle school team match to support his middle schoolers. He showed dedication to youth programs. He's got his team to exceed on the field and won middle school state championship match against Cottage Grove. It's positive with all his players. It's what we really preach. He really, if you know Cole, he's a big guy. Kids love him. He does really good work with them. He understands development at the middle school level. He's very dedicated. Cole does a good job. He's really stepped up and really brought it to Cole. Wisconsin Middle School Rugby League nominated Gail Rose. Gail. Gail's the head coach of the Green Bay Girls Middle School team. Her team grew with players, very solid team. You kept your numbers extremely well. Didn't lose a match this entire year. Impressive. Has had several girls move on to high school and play for the high school program, so she's got a great feeder system. The continuity of the middle school to the high school team is how girls grow this in the state. Back in my day, there was not a lot of girls playing rugby and women rugby, and it's great to see the development and the growth. And it's much, Gail, it's people like you that make that happen. So, again, thank you very much. The Tag Rugby nominated Caveman. So Caveman has been doing a lot of the Tag Rugby. He's working on all of it. He's clearly focused on growing rugby in Wisconsin. Wisconsin Girls High School Rugby nominates Alex Glorioso. You've been very impressive. You started the program playing high school, right? High school ball. The Catholic Memorial High School Girls Rugby team lost their coach, retirement. Basically, you picked up through the undefeated season, you also become the league's first female head coach to win the state title. She's been a coach volunteer for over a decade and volunteers her time as league treasurer as well. Alex also helps coach the Wisconsin Girls All-Star team, which went undefeated last summer. Your staple piece in Wisconsin high school girls rugby community. We're honored and privileged to have you. You've done a great job. Really impressive. The Wisconsin Boys High School nominates J.J. Rose. JJ's been involved with rugby since 1995 and got his wife to volunteer and work as well. So he's coached there many years. He wanted to start the new Oshkosh, if I pronounce that right, rugby club, which is now the Green Bay Leprechauns. In addition to high school, he's one of the co-founders of the Green Bay Youth Rugby program. He remains an active coach in the flag programs, the middle school tackle levels. He's also part of the staff with the Green Bay Banshees. He's led the Leprechauns to the high school boys to field numbers higher than before COVID. So you had actually growth after COVID and keeping them around. You're the Division I state championships for boys high school. The Banshees ended their first 7 seasons in second, and there's some tough competition in girls high school. Catholic Memorial, Hamilton, there's some tough out there. The Green Bay Youth Rugby is our second largest roster ever had. So this year's nomination, and again, with these coaches, it was phenomenal. This year, because he touched on every single program again, the award goes to J.J. Rose.